So I'll be doing these section 1.5b questions, and the first question in that set is number 26, and it asks to find the formula for the inverse of the function. So the function that's given is the y equals 1 minus e to the negative x over 1 plus e to the negative x. So our first step, we can multiply each side by that denominator to get rid of the fraction. So I just brought up this denominator, multiply both sides. So then we get y times 1 plus e to the negative x equals 1 minus e to the negative x. And then from here we can FOIL out that bracket with the y. So we get y plus y e to the negative x equals 1 minus e to the negative x. So I just FOILed out this bracket here with the y, and this side stays the same. So then from here, I can try and get like terms on either side. So I'm going to try to get the terms that have the e to the negative x on either side. So I'm going to have y e to the negative x plus e to the negative x equals 1 minus y. Okay, so all I did was bring over this e to the negative x, so I added it onto this side and I subtracted this y to get it over to this side. So all of our e to the negative x terms are now on one side. So now I can factor out that e to the negative x. To get e to the negative x times y plus 1 equals 1 minus y. So all I did was factor out that e to the negative x. To get e to the negative x, y plus 1 equals 1 minus y. And then to better isolate for x, we can do e to the negative x and then divide by that y plus 1 on both sides. So the e to the negative x is on one side on its own, and we have the 1 minus y over y plus 1 on the other side. So from here, I'm going to ln both sides. And this will get us one step further to isolating for that x. So I just ln both sides. So ln e to the negative x equals ln 1 minus y over y plus 1. So now I'm going to show you a log rule in order to isolate for the x fully on this side. So we have log base a xb equals b log base a of x. So this log rule just shows that if you have log base a of x to the exponent b, you can bring this exponent b out in front of the log base a of x. So that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to bring that negative x down in front of the ln e. Nothing changes on the other side. Just makes it easier to show the next step. So negative x, I just brought that exponent down in front of the ln e. This side hasn't changed. So now from here, I'm going to show you another rule regarding the ln e. Because we know that ln e equals 1. So log base b, b to the a equals a. So this log rule shows that if the base of the log is equal to the number of the log, of the number that the log is getting taken of, you refer to the exponent of that number. So if this number is equal to the base, so in this case b is the base and the number is also equal to b, we refer to the exponent. So if the base is the same as the number, this whole thing is equal to the exponent. So in the case of ln e, we can also write ln e is equal to log base e of e. So ln e is equal to log base e of e. And we just assume that there's that exponent 1 above the e. So since the number e is the same as the base, which is e, we refer to the exponent. So this whole thing is equal to 1. So in this case, we have ln e, so we know that's equal to 1, so we're just multiplying the negative x by 1. So on this side, all that is remaining is the negative x. So I'll write that in. Okay. So we have the negative x ln 1 minus y over y plus 1. So that negative x was just multiplied by the 1 that was formed by that ln e. So you could leave it as this, or you can get rid of that negative. So you can multiply each side by that negative. So then you get the positive x equals negative ln, and then you have to switch your fraction if you multiply by that negative. So now we have the y plus 1 as the numerator and the 1 minus y as the denominator. So now as a final step, to get the full inverse equation, we have to flip the x and the y. So we just replace the x with the y, and we replace the y with x. So all I did was swap those variables. So now I have y equals negative ln x plus 1 over 1 minus x. So the inverse of our original equation of y equals 1 minus e to the negative x over 1 plus e to the negative x, it's equal to y equals negative ln x plus 1 over 1 minus x.